What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to La Liga Game Week 31 predictions. We are absolutely near the end of the season now. Title pressure, European spots, mid-table security and relegation fights are all starting to overlap. Every single game feels like it has consequences now. As promised, first I'm going to go through all my predictions like I do in every video, and then at the end of the video we'll run through your community predictions and see how they compare. Smash the like button if you enjoy these prediction videos, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. We start at the Bernabeu with Real Madrid hosting Girona, but Real Madrid against Bayern was one of the best games of the season so far. So I'm not going to say Real Madrid played awful, because they didn't. They did well to try and come back to it, and they've got it all to do for in the second leg, which I'll announce in my Champions League predictions. But anyway, Real Madrid come into this game under real pressure in the league because they're chasing Barcelona in the title race, and statistically this season their home form has been one of the strongest in La Liga, with the vast majority of their results coming at the Bernabeu. Historically as well, Madrid dominate this fixture at home. They've won 8 of their last 13 meetings overall, with Girona rarely getting anything at Madrid. But Girona have improved massively in 2026 and deserve credit for it. But away from home, they've struggled for consistency. Their defensive structure is solid, but when they face elite attacking teams, they can be exposed once they're forced into a low block. Head-to-head, this fixture usually produces goals, and Madrid tend to control possession and territory. With attacking quality all over the pitch and strong home momentum, I expect Madrid to push hard early. Next up, the Basque Derby, Real Sociedad versus Alavés. Real Sociedad are typically very strong at home, especially defensively. They regularly dominate possession in these fixtures, and their pressing game is much more effective in familiar surroundings. At this stage of the season, they're pushing hard for Europe and can't afford to slip up. Alavés, on the other hand, are one of the most physical and disciplined low block teams in the league. They don't score many goals away from home, and historically this fixture tends to be tight and scrappy. Sociedad have won the majority of recent meetings, especially at home, but Alavés often make it awkward. I think Sociedad edge it, but it won't be comfortable at all. Elche versus Valencia is a massive relegation influence game. Elche's home record is far stronger than their overall league position suggests. They don't concede many goals there, and they're extremely difficult to break down in high pressure matches. Valencia, meanwhile, remain one of the most inconsistent teams in the league. On paper, they're the better side, but away from home, especially in tense environments, they often fail to control games. Their defensive structure has looked shaky late in matches this season. Looking at recent form and the stakes involved, I see a nervous, cagey game. Both teams may prioritise not losing rather than going all out for 3 points, so I'm going to go for a draw. Now to the Barcelona derby. Statistically and historically, Barcelona absolutely dominate this fixture. They are unbeaten against Espanyol in La Liga for over a decade, and at home, Espanyol rarely even get draw opportunities, let alone wins. Barcelona average well over 60% possession in these games and usually break Espanyol down eventually. But they did suffer a 2-0 defeat midweek to Atlético Madrid, with Kabasi seeing a red card. So maybe they're going to save some of their players today and maybe go all out for it next week. We don't know. But Espanyol will try to sit deep and try to frustrate, but Barcelona's attacking depth, even with rotation, if they're going to not start their best players, is usually too much over 90 minutes. Derbies can be emotional, but form and history both strongly favour Barca. I can see Espanyol nicking a goal, but Barcelona should respond. This is one of the most fascinating games of the weekend. Sevilla are in serious relegation trouble, 17th in the table like my team Tottenham Hotspur, and their home form this season has actually been one of the weakest in La Liga, same with my team in the Premier League, but which is unusual for them. That said, atmosphere-wise, Sevilla at the Sanchez Poznan are always intense. Not like my team Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this season. Anyway, that's enough. Atletico Madrid come into this after strong European performances with that 2-0 win over Barcelona. But can we just have a clap to that Julian Alvarez free kick? What a goal that was. I wasn't watching the game because I was watching the PSG-Liverpool game, but I saw the highlights, and that free kick was absolutely class. But La Liga is currently not their main priority right now for Atletico Madrid. They've already beaten Sevilla convincingly early in the season though, but away from home, Atletico often manage games conservatively. Historically, this fixture sees plenty of tight results and draws, especially in Seville, so I'm going to go with that. Osasuna at home are one of the toughest teams to play against in the league. They ranked among the top pressing sides at home, concede few clear chances and thrive in physical battles. Betis are much more technical, but their away form has been inconsistent, particularly against energetic mid-table teams. Recent head-to-heads between these two are usually tight, but Osasuna's home intensity gives them a real edge here. Mallorca versus Rayo Vallecano has low scoring written all over it. Mallorca have one of the best defensive home records in the bottom half of the league. They're extremely compact and disciplined. Rayo bring energy and press high. They will be going in with confidence after their big European week and big win in the Conference League. But away from home, they often struggle to convert chances. Historically, Mallorca games at home are often decided by a single goal, so I'm going to go 1-0. Celta Vigo at home are a very different team compared to away. They control possession well, create chances centrally, and usually dominate weaker or newly promoted sides at their own pitch. Oviedo have impressed defensively this season, but away games against possession-heavy teams have caused them problems. Celta's home advantage is key here, despite their big European defeat in the Europa League. This is one of the most balanced fixtures of the weekend. Athletic Bilbao at San Mamés are extremely intense, physically and mentally. Villarreal, though, are one of the most technically consistent teams in La Liga and historically perform well against top-half sides. Looking at recent head-to-heads, draws are common, and Villarreal are usually capable of matching Bilbao's intensity, so I am going to go for a draw. And finally, a textbook relegation 6-pointer. These games are rarely pretty. Getafe are specialists in the scenario. Slow tempo, physical battles, narrow wins. Levante struggle to break teams down, especially structured defensive units. One goal could decide this, and I'm going to go for Getafe to get that goal. Now, let's see what you guys voted for in the community predictions. Real Madrid, 100%. Real Sociedad, 100%. Valencia, 100%. Barcelona, 67%. Draw, 33%. Atlético Madrid, 100%. Osasuna, 60%. Betis, 40%. Mallorca, 75%. Rayo, 25%. Celta Vigo, 33%. Real Oviedo, 67%. Wow. Bilbao, 60%. Villarreal, 40%. Draw 50%, Getafe 50%. So those are my La Liga Game Week 31 predictions and your community predictions. Let me know where you agree with me, where I've gone against the crowd, and which result you think shocks everyone. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next for my Premier League Game Week 32 predictions.